Prince Edward was expected to inherit his father's title of Duke of Edinburgh once it merged into the crown following King Charles' accession. But speculation has now been rocketing about the sovereign opting out of the agreement he struck with the late Queen and Prince Philip, and not bestowing the title on his younger brother. Royal commentator Richard Eden suggested the change of plans falls in line with the King's vision for the future of the royal family, as the ducal title would continue to pass on to Edward's descendants until the line runs out. Speaking to Palace Confidential, Mr. Eden said, "Charles has decided he's not going to give it to him, he's not going to really use it himself. That title stays with the crown, but he doesn't want to give it to him. One of the reasons is that it's a hereditary title. If he gives it to Edward, it then establishes a new household. You've got the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh. Their son James would inherit that title. The view that I was told from the king is that Edward always accepted that slimmed-down monarchy. That's why his children didn't become prince and princess." Just in all the details of Kate and William's U.S. trip as Harry and Meghan dealt popularity blow. Prince Edward was expected to take on the Edinburgh title after the king's accession. Image, Getty. Prince Edward and then Prince Charles agreed the ducal title would be passed on the Wessexes in 1999. Image, Getty. Kate and William putting marker down in U.S. to show Americans they are the real royals. Kate and Prince William will be looking to focus attention on their Earthshot Prize for environmental innovators when they make their first visit to the U.S. in 8 years this week. Their trip is likely to be dogged by tensions with Prince Harry and his wife, Meghan Markle, who have criticized the royal family in the American media. Royal expert Nick Bullen has claimed Kate and William will use the trip to remind Americans who the real royals are. Read more here. He added, "They had some title, Lady and Viscount, but not that Prince title, and he accepted that. And this is part of that slimming down." Royal sources have since suggested the king is planning to hold on to the Edinburgh title to pass it on to his eldest granddaughter, Princess Charlotte, if she marries. The insiders suggested the move would also serve as a tribute to the late Queen, who was styled the Duchess of Edinburgh from her wedding in 1947 until her accession in 1952. They said, "Discussions are underway, but the favored outcome for the king is that this title ought to go to Princess Charlotte. It would be a fitting way to remember the Queen, who, of course, had the title Duchess of Edinburgh, and a way for His Majesty to honor the line of succession." Read more. Queen thought Meghan and Harry's Oprah interview was television nonsense. Prince Edward's son James would be in line to inherit the title of the king, conceded it. Image, Getty. Princess Charlotte was the first female member of the royal family to benefit from a change in primogeniture law, meaning she maintained her position in the line of succession following the birth of her younger brother, Prince Louis, in 2017. Before the late Queen introduced the change in 2014, female members would automatically be pushed back in the pecking order if a brother was born after, like in the case of Princess Anne following the birth of Prince Andrew and Prince Edward. In addition to being a loving tribute to Queen Elizabeth II, Charlotte taking on the title of Duchess of Edinburgh upon marriage would also reflect the prominent role she holds in the line of succession. A source told the Mail on Sunday, Charlotte's position is historically significant because she is the first female member of the royal family whose place in the line of succession will not be surpassed by her younger brother. Don't miss Camilla forced to double-take at state dinner due to Charles. Video, Meghan and Harry to do PR push for their Netflix doc. Insight, Prince William urged to call out Meghan and Harry's racist claims. Analysis. Trending, Princess Charlotte could take on the Duchess of Edinburgh title if she marries. Image, Getty. The Queen was known as the Duchess of Edinburgh from 1947 until her accession in 1952. Image, Getty. So it is constitutionally significant that Charlotte should be given such a corresponding title, because it is not beyond the realms of possibility that she will exceed the throne if, for example, Prince George does not have children. In England and Wales, most peerages pass on down the male line, meaning the Edinburgh title could revert back to the crown regardless of Princess Charlotte having children to inherit the title. The move would fall in line with the king's plan to keep the number of working family members limited by avoiding creating a new household. However, Charles III could stipulate the title can be passed down the female line and allow Charlotte's potential son to take on the position of Duke of Edinburgh.